History whispers of countless horrors, battles fought with merciless rage, plagues that swept across nations, leaving only silence in their wake. Yet amongst these whispers, one tale chills the very marrow. A punishment so depraved, so monstrous, that it seems to belong more to the realm of nightmare than reality. This is the story of Scaphism. The Persians, masters of their empire, were also masters of suffering. They devised this punishment to inflict not just death, but a symphony of agonizing experiences. Imagine, if you dare, a fate worse than death itself. A slow, torturous demise stretched out over days, even weeks. The victim utterly helpless, trapped within a living nightmare. This was Scaphism, a punishment so horrific that even today it retains its power to shock and appall. Two boats, or sometimes two hollowed-out logs, formed the gruesome stage upon which this terrible drama played out. The condemned, stripped bare, was bound within this claustrophobic prison, their body an offering to the sun, the insects, and the creeping despair that would soon consume them. Milk and honey, substances meant to nourish and sustain, became instruments of agonizing torture. Forced down the victim's throat, smeared upon their exposed flesh, they served to attract the hungriest denizens of the natural world. Imagine the sensation, the relentless, burning crawl of insects across every inch of skin, ants drawn by the sweet scent, swarming into every orifice, their tiny mandibles tearing, rending, consuming. The buzzing of flies drawn by the stench of decay, laying their eggs in festering wounds. Each moment an eternity of pain, a symphony of suffering orchestrated by the cruelest composer imaginable, man himself. History remembers many victims of this horrific punishment, but few stories are as harrowing as that of Mithridates, a Persian soldier who dared to raise his hand against King Artaxerxes II. His defiance earned him a death sentence of unimaginable cruelty. Plutarch, the Greek biographer, recounts the gruesome details of Mithridates' suffering, his words painting a chilling portrait of agony. For days, Mithridates lingered on the threshold of oblivion. The sun beat down upon his naked flesh, blistering and burning. Insects swarmed his helpless body, their bites growing ever more numerous, ever more agonizing. His cries for mercy, for death, echoed unanswered in that desolate place. For 10 days and nights, the symphony of his suffering played out, each note a testament to the boundless cruelty of man. Beyond the physical torment, Scaphism inflicted a psychological torture that was perhaps even more insidious. The relentless assault on the senses, the constant awareness of one's own decaying flesh, the knowledge that no escape was possible, all conspired to break the spirit, to shatter the mind. Imagine the despair, the utter hopelessness of watching as your body became a living tomb. The world shrunk to the confines of those wooden planks. The sun, once a source of life, became an instrument of torture. The buzzing of flies, once a mere annoyance, transformed into the harbinger of agonizing death. In this state of utter helplessness, the mind itself could become the greatest tormentor. The Persian Empire, vast and powerful, did not shy away from brutality. Punishments were designed not merely to chastise, but to instill terror, to serve as grim warnings to any who dared question their authority. Scaphism, with its agonizingly public demise, served this purpose with chilling effectiveness. The sight of the condemned, their bodies ravaged by insects and the elements, served as a stark reminder of the consequences of disobedience. It was a spectacle designed to cow the populace, to discourage dissent, and to solidify the power of the ruling elite. In the silent screams of the condemned, the Persian Empire found its voice, a voice of power, of ruthlessness, and of absolute control. The Persian Empire has long since crumbled into dust, its cities swallowed by the desert sands. Yet the legacy of Scaphism, like a ghostly echo of its cruelty, continues to haunt us. It stands as a stark reminder of the depths of depravity to which humanity can sink, a chilling testament to the darkness that lurks within the human heart. Though centuries have passed since this barbaric practice last saw the light of day, its memory lingers. It serves as a cautionary tale, a chilling reminder of the fragility of civilization and the ever-present potential for cruelty and barbarity to resurface. The story of Scaphism is not one easily forgotten. It lingers in the shadows of our collective memory, a chilling reminder of the capacity for cruelty that exists within us all. It is a story that should be told and retold, not to glorify the violence of the past, but to serve as a warning for the future. We must remember the victims of this horrific punishment, not just their names, but their suffering. For in remembering their agony, we acknowledge the darkness that lies within the human heart and hopefully strive to ensure that such horrors never again see the light of day.